How's it going, Hills Organization? Alucard here, and I'm bringing you a video that's almost 1.5 years, maybe 2 years in the making, a Grand Theft Auto 5 review. Now, I could have done this video, when I had the PS3 version, but I got to maybe the first heist and I said, man, this is slow, the 30 frames per second, and I just stopped playing. I let my brother play it. I think I even gave my brother my PS3 for a while and he completed the game. I just couldn't deal with it. I was just getting into PC gaming. I had to have that 60 frames per second. The 30 frames per second just wasn't cutting it. It's my preference or whatever. But anyway, finally they put the game on PC after numerous delays, and I finally completed the game. And I just want to give you my thoughts on it or whatever. Now, granted, if you were looking for this kind of professional, super edited type of thing, you're not going to get it here. You might want to go to IGN or somewhere else. This is just my, I wouldn't say random thoughts, but just my overall thoughts on the gameplay off the top of my head about what I felt on the game. So giving you 5 seconds, you can. Anyway, now let's get into the main part of the game, of any game, the gameplay of Grand Theft Auto 5. Good. It's good. You got the new addition. You got the weapon wheel. Was the weapon wheel in part 4? I don't think so. I think it was just moving left to right. Yeah. So the weapon wheel, which was taken from Max Payne, it makes, pulling out your guns and your equipment a little bit more faster. And plus they do that thing where I think they stop the gameplay is sort of like it goes into sort of like a Matrix type of mode. So it gives you opportunity or whatever. But as far as, just shooting or whatever, which is, what the most of the gameplay in Grand Theft Auto is shooting, cover, driving, it lags. I mean, not because it's bad. No. It's not bad at all. It just feels like, I don't know. It's like been there, done that before, because, in Grand Theft Auto 5, what are you doing? You're driving a car, you're shooting people, and that's your main thing. Now, I don't know what they could do maybe in the next game to, switch that up, because maybe that's just something that's, grandfathered in. You're going to always be shooting people. I mean, maybe they could switch it up with something else or whatever, but that's the main thing. It's over the shoulder, not over the shoulder, but it's a third person action adventure. But I don't know, it lacks a spark. It just feels like somebody needs to do something to innovate it. Now let's get on to the story. The story, instead of one person, now it's 3 people. You have Michael, Franklin, and the eccentric Trevor. Michael, he's pretty much, hey, I'm a bank robber. I got away with this major crime. I had to pretty much double cross both of my friends to, make a life for my family, and I'm living the high life. But I get dragged back down into the underworld because of, a situation. And then you have Franklin, who is, I wouldn't say CJ from San Andreas, but, it kind of feels like they missed the opportunity because, black guy, he's a gang member, and, he commits crimes to, better his life, and he gets, I don't know, a mentorship program from Michael on how to be a better criminal. It just feels like, again, been there, done that, with CJ. Then you have Trevor, who is absolutely crazy. I mean, the guy doesn't care about money. You find him in random situations when you switch between the 3 characters. He's very fun, but sometimes when you're playing as him, you get the feeling like this is a guy that's absolutely horrible. I know you're supposed to get that feeling. Let me go back to one thing I was wanting to say. I remember back in when this game first released, a reporter, a reviewer said something about the game being misogynistic against women. Played the game. I don't think so. No. They don't treat women in a bad way. There are strippers in there and prostitutes, but, let's be honest. The strip club, it's just, it's kind of bland too. And then, strippers exist in the world. Plus the hookers are absolutely irrelevant in this game. I mean, if you, what are you doing? Maybe ran over hookers, but I'm pretty sure he ran over hookers. He ran over a lot of male and female pedestrians. So it kind of seems like the prostitutes are just there for, I don't know, a decoration. They really add nothing to the gameplay. It's, I can think about how many times I picked up prostitutes in Grand Theft Auto 5. Maybe once per character, just to see how they acted. Of course, Trevor had the most funniest reactions and sayings when he picked up prostitute, but it just feels like they could put out a whole Grand Theft Auto 6 without prostitutes. And as far as being, like I said, again, misogynistic, most of Michael's story is about, protecting the honor of his wife, trying to get back with his wife and his daughter and everything like that. So he's being very protective of his, of his family. Trevor, even he protects women. He protects, I forgot the name, Patricia, very well. Yes, he fucks a meth head whore in the beginning when we first meet him, but people fuck meth head whores. I'm not saying that derogatory, but people, no matter what drug they're on, men are going to fuck women. That's just an obvious thing that's going to happen. Franklin, he has, this woman that, not really his love interest, but sort of like a woman he's going after. I forgot her name, but she shows up in probably like one of the last missions, and she's like, you got to go help Lamar. And then he has this auntie or whatever who he really doesn't disrespect. He's sort of like, he's in fear of the woman, sort of, not really or whatever. But, there's nothing in this game that says one of these characters is misogynistic against women. It's not like Trevor, he just like, soon he walks out his trail, he just automatically starts backhanding women or whatever. Or Franklin, when he walks past a woman, he's like, what's up, bitch, or whatever. So that's sort of an irrelevant statement that commentator made. The story, it's a good story, but again, it just has that, hey, I've done this, I've been here before, I'm a criminal, and I'm working to get a lot of money to build up or whatever. But instead, it's Michael who's kind of doing it with the FBI. But it kind of just feels like it needs something else. Maybe from a woman's perspective, a new location. I don't know. Maybe as a police officer that's trying to do good, but then you get dragged into the underworld. I don't know. It just feels like it's going to be that same thing again. A criminal. And then, hey, you have to fight all police to get a lot of money or whatever. And it's just a repeating cycle. I want to see in Grand Theft Auto 6, I want to see something different. I don't want to see the same stereotypical criminal characters come back. I want to see something new, especially as far as I would like to see maybe a woman lead character. I think in Grand Theft Auto China Wars, I don't think she was a main character, but hey, you could have it in China or Japan and have a female lead character with some other characters. Maybe, I don't know if they want to go back to the 3, but that would be good, and, if you say, hey, we need, a variety of races or whatever. Japan's not is kind of landlocked, but, they have black people, white people, and a variety of other races living in Japan. So it wouldn't be that off to have people of different races in Japan and have them, in the game. Anyway, or you could do, I don't know, you could do a variety of other things, but the characters, it just seems like, hey, in Grand Theft Auto 3, I was a white guy who was a criminal and I built my way up. Then in Grand Theft Auto Vice City, hey, I'm a criminal who was at the top, and basically was Scarface, whatever. And San Andreas, hey, I'm a black guy, I came back, I got out of the hood, and now I'm back in the hood, I'm a gang member again, and then I built my way back up to become leader of the gang. And 4, which is, hey, I'm an immigrant and I have to commit low-level crimes to become a top-level criminal, blah, 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 blah. And, 5 is like a repeating cycle. By the way, I still think 4 had a better story because, in a way, I think 4's story was longer because it seems like, in Grand Theft Auto 5, when I'm playing it, when I played through the story, played through like a good length, stopped playing for 2 days, played again, stopped playing for 2 days, and then I, on like the 4th or 5th day, I beat the game, whereas it took me maybe 2 or 3 weeks. I think like 2 weeks. Yeah, 2 weeks to beat Grand Theft Auto 4, and I was playing that like every day. It feels like, Grand Theft Auto 4 had the better, story written. You had the beginning where Nico came in, you know, started committing the crimes. You had the climax where he got betrayed. Then you go on from that right there, and it just seems like it's not as well told. Although the characters in Grand Theft Auto 5 are better than Nico, it just seems like the story writing isn't as good as 4. What else can I say? I'll talk about story and gameplay. Graphics, of course, are great. On PC, it's optimized, and they keep optimizing it for the better. I can only imagine what they're going to do for part 6. Hopefully it's a different location. They have already done, they might go back to Vice City. Maybe they will. I don't know what that could do, because that's kind of, landlocked you to one thing, because there aren't mountains or snow or anything or whatever in Vice City. I would think it would be something different to, something, maybe a London. That would be something. Maybe take Grand Theft Auto back. I think they did one in London. I think the first one, the original, the top view one, was in London. So that would be something, take Grand Theft Auto 6 back to London. Have maybe a female character, like I said, and just something different. You can have the female character. You have a on the, by the books police officer that gets dragged into the underworld or something like that. He could be black or whatever. It's something. I'm tired of the whole, I'm a criminal and I got to do these crimes to become a big criminal. It just seems like, and I got betrayed by the boss criminal who thinks I'm becoming better than him, blah, 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 blah. I don't want to see that anymore. But overall, very good game. It just seems like, if you like Grand Theft Auto, you're going to like this game. But don't expect anything groundbreaking. I think that's the best word. Don't expect anything that's going to, blow your socks off in terms of gameplay. Just expect solid Grand Theft Auto gameplay and a solidly written story. Not going to give you those a rating. Just go out and play the game if you haven't already played already on, console. Of course, on PC, it's going to be better due to frame rate. But, positive rating for the game. Just have these little critiques about it. But that's just me. Anyway, I'm going to get out of here. I'll catch you guys later. Peace out.